I just have to.
And what are we trying to log into with your?
I did.
Yeah, what are we trying to log into with your computer? What are you?
I'm just the same thing that you are. Just notes. I'm just gonna take notes.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. I mean, you're not trying to log into this meeting, because that would come through. You, sticky, sticky.
Can I get you your towel? What your towel?
Just move this. No, it's good. It's over the sticky.
So water pressure needs to be adjusted to be higher. But it's not the water pump. No, it's that box that's over here. It's like a service box. Here on Second Avenue, you know that cage that's surrounding those pipes?
It's wet now.
Yeah, this I'll show you.
That should be better.
Okay,
Be right back, Laura. We're doing a water park thing tomorrow.
alrighty.
I guess it's like a.
I am.
Okay, so we're getting the transcript.
Ah,
Which
great. Yes. Yeah, it's doing it itself. It's doing it itself.
So I'm gonna.
It is 7:30.
It is. Do we want to start or do we want to give it a couple of minutes since it's just us?
Text. Please.
Okay, what happened to from 4 days?
You just need to be the one.
Me. Perfection. Perfection. Okay, I don't think either one of us said connection refresh. Well, see, that's why these are perfect, because it's kind of hearing what it wants to hear. So if anybody is watching on YouTube, we're waiting a couple of minutes. It's 7:31. We'll wait till 7:35 to officially start this meeting, even though if you're on YouTube, it started. Yeah, and it is.
Yeah.
So Karen, if she has a chance, Karen Palmer will call in. She's the person who arranged with Food Forward to harvest the rental complex in this orange tree. But she wrote me an email that basically said, she has her own appointment in Santa Monica today. She said it was so easy peasy, just tell people it was easy peasy
No,
to get this done.
what is the whole event called?
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm looking
Because they had 4 years yet, including these.
Well, yes, and I have I mean, I'll, share it if we need to.
I just texted Charlie.
Oh, God, I wonder who she is.
Yeah.
I should have been keeping her on the email list. Yeah. That's what.
So I find that Food Forward identifies in their vision that food waste comes from a number of sources.
Yeah, but where they're gleaning is, I mean, we'll talk about it in a few minutes, but they're gleaning from farmers markets, where farmers have sold everything. They're gleaning from obviously commercial sources. Yeah, produce markets and backyards. And they must be getting, I mean, this is a massive operation.
Yeah, they
This
have
here
really, really good
would be a spigot.
cred
Mm-hmm.
during that Charity Navigator.
Yeah. Okay, we have 2 more minutes and then we will start. So what is Christy doing?
I think,
Because they just in trouble for.
yeah, but like her great niece or something is getting married,
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. so it's a family event.
And Mickey stayed
No, no, they're fine. But Mickey has been terrified of COVID.
again,
So-
as she should be, as she should be. I mean, really, as she should be.
It's a bad one.
Well, I don't know if there's good COVID and bad COVID, but there's people with COVID that I know. And, I mean, down this, next door to us, Melissa got COVID. And Olympic sprinter Noah Lyle got COVID. We heard this today, but he sprinted anyway.
But got bronze.
Yes, he got bronze, collapsed, couldn't breathe, he's asthmatic. That was a dumb move. And then equally dumb move is, I know we're on YouTube, is he didn't tell anybody and he hasn't been messing up, he tested positive Tuesday. So it's like for his own health, I'm not sure why, you should give me Olympics, that's why, but.
Yeah.
All right. 7:35, so I guess officially we are starting.
Let's go for it.
You go for it.
Okay, welcome to the UNNC's Environmental Committee meeting.
I have a bigger problem.
Okay.
Where is share? Huh, okay.
And Laura Myers is here sharing the agenda, which is, we'll have public comment.
Yeah.
And then our first major item is the Food Forward Backyard Harvest Program, which we were talking about possibly contributing to, rather focusing on to get neighbors.
I'm having a little trouble getting to the agenda, sorry.
And then item number 4 is possible upcoming in-person committee activities. Even if we did one a quarter, I would like to arrange or plan, schedule something in person that's basically a sustainability event, but also team building, so that we can be closer to our neighbors, closer to UNNC governing groups, and other things. Yeah.
Okay, yep, here it is, sorry.
All right, it's going to be a very short meeting if we're the only people here.
Correct. And then we'll have a round robin update if, if we feel like it, any updates. So, anyway, so we're looking at the agenda officially. Now that I found the share, I can unshare it, I think. You can see it. And a general public comment. Which is that the Neighborhood Council Sustainability Alliance, whatever its new name is, looks like it's gonna have an interesting Zoom meeting on Sunday.
Some more, please.
Well, I can't say much more because I already forgot. Did I forward it to you? I don't.
I get all kinds of emails.
Okay, well, I'll look it up while we're doing this meeting.
Should have a specifically interesting meeting. An especially interesting.
Well, here, I'm looking it up. There's nobody else who's waiting patiently for us. So let me just, well. Let's see. So the topic is waste, wish cycling, and greenwashing. So it's Sunday from 6:30 to 8:30 via Zoom. And it's a conversation with experts. I mean, it's stuff we're interested in, on what to do with your waste, why all those products marketed as compostable are not compostable, why reusables are the way to go, and a lot more, including how to host a sustainable event,
Really?
which is not the same thing as a sustainability event.
Okay, yeah.
It's like giving a party that's sustainable.
Yeah.
Bring virtually all those items you have questions about and ask the experts. Learn more and RSVP at NCSA, waste, wish cycling, greenwash. Anyway, so if I didn't forward this to you, I'll forward it to you and all the members of this committee.
2 hours on Sunday.
Well, 2 hours in the evening on Sunday. But I think it's a regular,
Yeah, it's
Monthly
usually an hour and a
meeting.
half. Yeah.
so, yeah.
Did you say 6 to 8 or?
6:30 to 8:30 PM.
Okay.
And so that may be the whole 2 hours, or it may be the normal Alliance Committee after a presentation, I don't know. Yes, I don't usually
That's
know,
great to know.
but it's sounds like a really good meeting. For anybody who is interested in these topics, which most of us are. So that's my general public comment on items not on the agenda.
Okay.
So,
Then how do you submit it?
next item,
Sure, it's Food Forward Backward Harvest Program.
backward, backyard.
Backyard.
It is, yeah, anyway, so basically I thought it would be interesting to share, let's see if I can. I'm gonna share a page about the actual program. No, I think tell me what I'm doing. Am I sharing their website? I might be sharing the website. Yeah, I am. So Food Forward fights hunger, prevents food waste by rescuing fresh surplus produce and connecting this abundance with people experiencing food insecurity. So basically, I first heard of Food Forward in connection with Garden School Foundation. So that's one of our community partners. And again, if anybody's watching on YouTube, UNNC started partnering with Food Forward during the beginning couple of years of the pandemic, which is now where we're now. But we gave them seed money to start what they were calling a farmer's market. But it's not like a farmer's market you and I go to. It was a food giveaway from their garden for the school parents. School was not in session.
School, garden school.
At 24th Street, which is elementary, right down the street from here.
Yeah.
And they were still growing the veggies and fruits, but the students were not on campus. The students were kept home. So what were they gonna do with it? They decided to have what they call a farmer's market. We gave them seed money, and it was a huge success. But ultimately, they've partnered with Food Forward, so they're harvesting from their own garden. And Food Forward's giving them a lot more food, so they're giving away like 2,000 pounds of food a month.
Oh.
And now they're converting, so this is Garden School Foundation, now they're converting that teaching garden into more of a food production garden.
Great.
So I don't know exactly what that means, and I'd love to find out.
Yeah.
You know, when we get to the next item, maybe there's an activity related to that, but that could be the activity, so pull weeds or something. But in any case, that's where I first heard of Food Forward. And then, a couple weeks ago, one of our tenants asked permission to let Food Forward harvest our backyard orange tree, which is like 2 stories high and has an abundance of oranges that nobody eats. And she thought it's just dumb to have them fall to the ground where nobody eats them. So they came and, let's see, we have another email up, I think they harvested 28 pounds.
Were they good oranges?
Valencia oranges, as it turned out.
Did you taste them?
I did not because they got harvested and given away. They weren't, in other words, it wasn't us.
Right.
She was having them harvested for, so I unfortunately I can't share this, but with everybody else. But here's the orange tree where only a few oranges at the top left.
That's in your yard?
That's not in my yard, that's in the backyard of an apartment complex.
Okay.
A 6-unit apartment
Yes,
complex.
yes. Next door to me, there's a lemon tree in the backyard,
Right,
and it's often full of lemons. So,
yeah,
That
I
would
mean,
be-
that's the kind of thing, but it's not your house. I mean, in other words,
no, does it have to be the owner or can it be a resident?
well, in this case, the tenants asked permission to be the contact and to make the arrangements, and the owner said, as long as, the owner said, well, I'm not the owner. The owner said, as long as I don't have to do anything, sure, go
Yeah.
ahead. In other words, he didn't want to be involved.
Yeah.
But as long as it didn't involve him, oops, I think I'm stopping the share. And I'm going to try and share. Okay, so again, I'm having a little issue with share tonight. Let me try this again. So I'm gonna share the backyard fruit tree FAQ. So this is what they're saying. Do you have any questions about donating fruit for your trees? What type of trees? Nearly all the fruit that grows in the Southern California region, lemons and grapefruit, including lemons and grapefruit. It needs to be edible, it can't be rotten. If it's too sour to eat it, don't call them. This has to be edible. And they do not do loquats, too bad, I have a loquat tree, or figs. I think the figs, because they're not necessarily good figs, or, a lot of the figs are weed trees, so the figs look normal, but they're totally dry on the inside. I don't know about why not the loquats. So you do have to register the fruit trees on their website. And, are you gonna ask questions? 'Cause I may not have answers.
I'll tell you what. I have
Whoops.
a peach tree, 2 cherries, and
Wow.
an apple tree,
And you don't eat all your fruit?
and a lemon. No, I need help so that there's more abundant fruit and that it's better. It's a skill. And
Yes,
I don't
it
have
is.
it. So
Right,
I
and
just-
and so you're not ready to harvest.
Well,
for
I would
Food
like to
Forward.
know if because I'll give them more than half
Yeah,
of
I
my,
don't think they're a coach. Is that what you're asking?
I would like to know if they would be able to send someone out to help me. Yeah, I need a coach.
To make the harvest more abundant?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess
I think it's worthwhile
that
asking.
it's worthwhile asking because they may have somebody, but I'm thinking there's this other guy who lives around here, Jamal. I'm forgetting his name, but he has a nonprofit, it's sort of a similar organization. It's just that he's also helping people plant those gardens.
Great.
So, crop share,
Oh,
and maybe we should get him out here to talk too. So
yeah.
he's, you can look that up, it's called crop swap. So, but I believe he's helping people plant gardens as well. So again, just in case we have viewers on this thing, what happens is that you sign up to have your trees harvested. And then, they find volunteers to do the harvest. And they can't guarantee it, and they'll also allow you to harvest it yourself and donate. Yeah, but I think the more typical is that you sign up your tree and then they find, see if any volunteers can, do it. So there has to be an ample time to plan the harvest. It is sort of an event for them, so there's gonna be more than one person. They've gotta get it done in a couple of hours. And they promise the volunteers it's only a couple of hours because what they don't promise the volunteers is a bathroom. So they're promising them that there won't be a bathroom, or maybe there might be, but in other words, they're trying to keep these events short enough that that's not an issue. And they can't harvest the fruit for your personal use, but they can leave some of the fruit on the tree.
Okay. Okay.
And do you have to harvest all the fruit? No. If you want to keep. So it's interesting because the photograph that Karen sent me showed the high fruit was still up on the tree.
Okay,
But they're saying if you want us to keep some of the low hanging fruit, that's okay, and they would. So I'm not sure what happened here. So they're saying one fruit tree can yield up to 800 pounds. So that's kind of cool. Are you interested in my extra garden produce? Depending on how much extra produce you have, we may be able to also harvest your garden. So I'm not gonna click through, but the point is, this is all on the website.
Okay, yeah.
And I will say, if a person plants 8 or 10 tomato plants, because last year it was a small harvest, and then this year it becomes abundant,
Yeah.
they could use this help, because I know when I was planting tomatoes, there were some weeks where I had 200 tomatoes a week.
I have that problem.
And
Yeah.
then what do you do? So, but on the other hand, I'm not really sure that they could coordinate a volunteer that easily, so, Okay, and then they want you to clean up after your pet before they
Oh, sure, that's a good idea.
mow the grass, clean up after your pet, remove the debris, and clear the pathway of entry, and put away any animals from the harvesting before the volunteers arrive. Which actually was an issue, because our apartment complex, we do have tenants with dogs. So there was a task to do. And what did you get for your donation? A nice email.
Okay.
So this is not about you don't get paid,
Yeah.
but they are donating to organizations which in turn feed people. So this is what I have that I know about Food Forward. So did you find, I could do it for myself, crop swap.
I did, and we can put that somewhere.
And what does it say about,
It's fruit tree harvesting, grow food now. Buy our food from their Dignan microfarm.
yes, they have planted not far from here, Dignan is just south of Obama.
Yes, I think I walked by it once, or I was running and I saw it. Yes, I remembered it now. And they have workshops and events, tours.
Here I can, weirdly
So
enough,
they're
I can
next.
actually share this.
So they have urban survival growing food as a business on January 5th. October 5th, 2024, and then urban survival growing food for harm.
Okay, where did you find that?
Go over to
No,
cropswap.la.org/workshops.
I'm in crop swap. Workshops. Oh, this is regional crop swap. Okay, so I'm in the wrong one. Okay.
Yeah, it's cropswap.la.
Okay, I'm just having trouble even just pulling it up. LA.
There we go.
Okay,
So that might be October 5th might be something, now I don't know what day that is.
Okay, so where did you find this?
So,
Row now,
learn with us, I believe it is, learn with us, and it's under
Workshops.
workshops, they'll go down.
So they have transfer. So
we missed that one.
Yeah, so keep going down, yep, oh, you just passed it. Go up, right there. Urban survival, growing food as a business and food farm.
Okay, so,
And
we're not
gonna. Brother's birthday.
yeah, so, well, the point is, we don't need to do an urban survival.
7:55.
Look what they also do, same kind of program. Fruit tree,
Saturday.
yeah, look,
First.
No, 3.
fruit tree harvesting.
They're all together. Yeah. Yeah.
Food waste.
In a jamboree.
So they just come out and harvest too, so this is another opportunity. But you are asking, can you get your own CSLA garden? So what they started doing, if I'm not mistaken, is planting gardens, right? Only then they take the food. You know, I mean, they're not planting it so you can eat food.
Haha.
Right.
And it's not selling it. Is it selling it? Oh, I want a pollinator fountain. Look at that beautiful fountain.
Okay, so maybe there's a field trip we can do with them to see their gardens.
Yes.
The-
Field trip.
Okay, I'm hanging this up though, I'm stopping the share.
Okay.
And so it seems like there's more than one such program.
Yeah.
There's Food Forward, which we like, it sounds like they might do it too. And we should, it's very hyper local to us.
Yeah.
Not that Food Forward isn't. Okay, so discussion of possible in-person committee activities focused on sustainability. So you would email me a long list of, we can do this, we can do this, we can do that. And so I, was kind of.
Walk in Kenneth Hahn Park over there.
Right, so I was sort of looking at what would be public and what would not be public? What would be sustainability versus just recreation, right? So one of your ideas was, I don't know, something on the basketball court, that probably
play
wouldn't.
basketball together.
Yeah, but that probably, you're thinking the small group, but that probably wouldn't fall under. Well,
That was just,
we love
spitballing.
brainstorming. No, I mean, I'm trying not to say let's not brainstorm. But what has happened over the last 4 or 5 years with the city clerk is they've tightened the definition of what one can just do. So it has to be safe, so I'm not sure it's safe,
Oh, I see.
because you can break a leg.
Okay, so possible in-person committee activities focused on sustainability. So the
Right.
idea was to me that we can do more when we are gathered. When we come together, we can invite people from outside, we can,
Well, when we funded the composting workshops, you were in Wichita, right? But the rest of us attended those workshops, so we were doing it together.
Exactly.
So I was thinking, yes, having a docent-led tour in Kenny Park, if we can find a free docent. I mean, I don't know I'm making this up because I've never been there, but if you
Christy would
want,
know.
yeah, we can arrange a docent-led tour and it's free. And anyone's invited, and it doesn't require an RSVP because we're just assuming it won't be 300 people, right? That'd be a great activity. If the Garden School Foundation is still doing, I believe they are, the monthly community garden days, that's another great activity, because what they were doing is combining the composting workshops with their core garden, community garden days, which is where anyone can show up and help them weed the garden. So they were also doing the composting workshops, but they were having lots of volunteers and they would serve lunch. And they didn't need a head count, we just showed up.
Nice.
So that's would be an easy activity for us to promote to ourselves and to everybody else. And hopefully people from the board and people who are not on the board who might be interested be a good way for this committee
Mhm.
to increase perhaps our participation.
Mhm.
And, meeting more people, it's like, oh, that'll be fun.
Mhm.
Cause we noticed, well, even Charlie was going, cause her daughter was really interested in worms.
In the what?
Worms.
Yes, yes,
Right.
yes.
And then you had mentioned a worm,
Yeah, vermiculture.
yes, which you're doing in your own yard.
I am.
I think they're. It's noisy. It's gonna get noisy. Okay.
Do TV?
No, outside, sorry.
It's
No
okay.
worries.
It's okay. Well, it's not a problem inside.
It's fine, come outside.
Okay.
They're waiting for their parents or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right, so vermiculture workshop,
I
can
think
do
it's
that.
not really a problem as long as you're willing that anybody who wants to come can come.
No problem. At my house. Yeah.
Well, in your backyard.
Okay, good, yeah.
So, I think any of these, so we should just, I don't think we need permission.
So we could call crop share. It turns out that workshop on selling your produce was $60.
Yeah, so we can.
Yeah.
No, but he may have other, I mean, that's just from the website.
Right.
But they may have something else, or again, he may be willing to like lead a tour. So the other thing is, there's I don't know its name, but not too far to the west of us is some sort of community garden that Stephen Meeks, who is or was president of West Adams Neighborhood Council, and I'm losing her name, but a longtime gardener who teaches classes.
Okay.
Who I've known for years and years and years. Her daughter Suzanne lives in Harvard Heights. Florence is her first name, and I'm forgetting her last. But anyway, they have a big garden
Great.
just to the west here.
Okay.
And maybe,
It's a
again,
big personal garden. It's a
No.
community garden.
it's a community garden,
Oh my goodness, yeah.
but maybe again, a tour of.
Okay.
I'm saying tour, it's not like a house tour.
Okay. We could also Seeds of Carver, see if that helps.
That's not what it's like right now. Reading right over here,
Yeah.
places for sale, it's not. This,
The lot is for sale? The house is for sale? The lot is for sale? Oh, they're gonna build it.
well, the whole complex is for sale. So, no, this is not. Anyway, so, but also I noticed the garden was looking rather
Yeah.
scrawny.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just saying, these are the kinds of things that I think we could easily do.
Okay.
Without there being anybody.
Okay.
And then the other thing is, every once in a while, there's also a tour of that 1 mile stretch, or an open day of 1 mile stretch along the expo line between Expo and Veteran, that the city put in a biodiversity
Really?
law.
Oh,
And every once in a while, they have an event where
okay,
it's open.
okay.
So how we find out about that, I don't know. But
It's-
these are all, so it's a city owned,
Uh-huh.
but it was put in, I mean, it's in Rancho Park. So it's along the Expo train line, and it's in between, I want to say Westwood Boulevard
Oh, yeah.
and Veteran, I think.
Okay,
So you don't really see it unless you know it's there.
okay. That's far for us.
It is far for us.
It's sort of, I would prefer to beautify our neighborhoods.
Yeah, but I
If
wonder
we could
if,
find it.
but I've been on a Zoom tour, back in COVID, there was this wonderful
Mm-hmm.
Zoom webinar that was live in that garden, but it's very inspirational. I mean, I'm just wondering, could we do something like that over here at some point? So that was
Oh, I see. Oh,
yeah.
visit it as a place to.
inspired.
Oh, great.
Can we somehow create a project here?
So
So those are, all of those
Those
ideas.
are good ideas.
Yeah,
I can say that I'd do a vermiculture workshop. That's easy, it's close to me, although we could also call Stephen Meeks and see if we could
Right.
have a tour of their community garden.
right, so I'm gonna look.
So, and then we could also, this Garden School Foundation, we could contact them.
Okay, let's see if this comes up.
Los Angeles Green Grounds, is that it?
That would be it. There you go. See? I think so.
Is this your share? You're sharing?
Not yet. I have to make sure. It's a teaching program. Yeah, Florence Nishida. Oh, I know all these people.
Great.
Okay, because Vanessa used to live on, okay, so I'm gonna share this just for the record.
Great.
So yes, so it's LA Green Ground
Mhm.
and that, and it's, you know, again, just, it's in the West Adams
Oh,
neighborhood.
wonderful, wonderful.
The Nouveau West Adams. And
Oh, further west.
yes. So, let's
Great,
see.
ooh, it has hills?
Okay, I'm trying to see what we can see. Grow and learn.
Wonderful, yeah, that's what I need to remember.
Grow. But where does it say where exactly it is?
Well, so I think we should move on because it is after 8 and
Oh,
only
yes.
2 of us. I think we should power through
Okay,
the rest.
okay.
Okay, so we will follow up on one of these places and all of these places and see, and on the biodiversity space, get an address, and I will share that with you.
Okay.
I just need to do this.
You're
next
saying
week.
LA Green.
LA Green Grounds, the biodiversity space near
Oh, yes.
Veteran, the School Garden Foundation, I can call them and then prop share and see if they'll give us free tour. So,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, that, so anyone or all.
right.
And the only thing is that whatever we're gonna do, so that since we're an official committee of a neighborhood council, I don't think we need permission from anyone, but I will put it on the executive committee agenda that we're gonna do it.
Yes.
And then we would call it as a special meeting and put out an agenda publicly.
Okay, it needs to be an agenda, it needs to
Well,
be a
I-
meeting,
Well, it's, because otherwise it's an event.
an event, it takes different
It requires
insurance.
city clerk approval.
Okay.
And a special meeting is just an
Alright.
activity of the organization that is.
And it will be based on team building and
Sure. Well, and sustainability. Yeah,
Yeah, okay, good,
so,
fantastic.
I mean, you know, there's just,
I want something on the calendar, I wanna have something in maybe September.
yeah, we can, yes, because it'd be hard to do it this month, also hot. So, and I would think, like, for example, Garden School Foundation would not have an event this month.
And then we can publicize it at the next governing board meeting.
And on MailChimp, we just do it the way we do it. As long as it doesn't require money, we don't have to call it an event. And we're not serving food.
Okay.
You know, the host may serve food, but you're not serving.
Yeah, we don't have to pay for food,
Well, we don't touch food, we're not serving food.
okay,
Nothing to do with food.
okay, that's fine.
So, okay. So any round robin, any things that we need to? I mean, I help you put that on each month's agenda, some standing item,
Sure.
in case somebody has stuff to bring up.
One thing I'm excited about is the bipartisan passage of a permit reform for clean energy passed by Bill 4735 maybe, out of the Senate Committee on Natural Resources. And like I mentioned.
You mentioned
in
it
the
at the
meeting,
governing board.
and so we're looking for the House to pick it up. It seems like it should be a no-brainer. It seems like it could be passed this year.
And this is to help green businesses get permitted faster.
Green infrastructure,
That's
green
what I mean.
clean energy infrastructure projects. So there a vast majority of new infrastructure projects are wind and solar and geothermal and nuclear and we have investors lined up who are putting their own
We
investment
meaning
money.
America. We meaning America, not Elizabeth.
Right, yes, absolutely. Americans across the country are investing in projects, but the permitting can be 7 to 10 years. And because it bounces back and forth with FERC, and then there's local regulations, there's state regulations, and so Manchin and Barrasso were supportive of this. It's not perfect, In fact, I mean, I think some of that has to be natural gas. People don't like the natural gas because once you put in a natural gas facility, it's going to be there for 20 years. But, and then the export of LNG is part of that too, and the argument is that American liquefied natural gas is cleaner and politically more correct than Russian natural gas.
Yeah.
So we're doing good by exporting natural gas and keeping that going. But it's a bipartisan effort, it hasn't been voted on yet in the Senate, but it's a hopeful event. And it's just anybody on YouTube, this is the kind of action that will trickle down and will affect all of our lives in positive ways.
I'm gonna cough.
Right? So I just
A non-COVID cough.
So if anyone sees that possibility and acknowledges it, then calling your representative, calling, if you're here in West Adams, then calling Sydney Kamlager, calling the office and say you support a bill in the House that is the mirror of the Senate bill, then we could possibly get it done this year. And then that would free up, that would make things move faster even than the IRA.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So that's my issue.
All right, well, do we have any announcements or new business or old business? No. Oh, yes. You know.
The governing board did approve community impact statement on artificial grass per the council motion. So supportive of the council motion with some suggested changes, including, hey, let's try to ban it outright if we can, or at least new installations. Excuse me. Well,
City property and parks.
Right.
At least those.
right, at least those, but also there's an effort already through the planning department. There's another ordinance moving forward, the landscape and site design ordinance, which would also be under.
Okay.
So new developments, so developments with entitlements, also separate from this motion. Would find that to be a demerit, it's a point system taken away. It's not banned exactly, but you can't be approved without achieving a certain number of points. So you don't want to be doing things that subtract points, you want to be doing things that help you make your point goal so you can get an approval in this new system.
Okay.
And the other thing that we requested, and again, I know you know this, but if anybody's watching on YouTube, is that they also throw some money at education so that people understand why, on the one hand, we keep being told that there is a water crisis and we need to conserve water, but on the other hand, you need to water your trees and you need to have some plantings with, biodiverse garden. And you should not be covering your entire lot with gravel or artificial grass. You actually need to water your trees. So, but that requires more education. So anybody watching on YouTube, that's the UNNC's position and it'll be filed hopefully tomorrow.
Okay, great.
So that's it. Yeah.
I gotta go.
Are we adjourned?
We're adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay.